I'm going to demonstrate how to complete a bent over single arm dumbbell row. This exercise is great for targeting the latissimus dorsi, the rhomboids, the trapezius, and the biceps brachii. Furthermore, during this exercise, the antagonistic muscle groups will be the pectoralis major, the front deltoids, and the tricep. We must ensure our resting hand is flat on the bench to create a more secure platform. Then we must hinge our hips and ensure flexion at the hips is occurring, which will allow us to create a neutral spine. In addition to this, we must make sure there is a slight flexion in the knee joints, as this will help us to encourage the hinge in our hips, emphasizing our neutral spine. When picking up the dumbbell, we must use a hammer curl grip, which can be seen in the video above for correct technique. This will help engage the biceps brachii and latissimus dorsi correctly. A final point to make before lifting is that we must ensure that thoracic extension is occurring by promoting the pectoralis major and creating tension in the latissimus dorsi. Now, we begin to lift the dumbbell by flexing at the elbow joint, and the aim of the exercise here is to draw the elbow joint towards your hip joint. As we continue to lift the weight to the top of the movement, the tempo of this repetition must be 2 seconds to the top, and then the weight must be lowered within 2 seconds. Furthermore, as you reach the peak of the repetition, you must contract your upper back, holding a 1 second pause before slowly lowering the weight for the eccentric part of the repetition within 2 seconds. Throughout the whole exercise, we must ensure that our shoulder joints, hip joints, knee joints, and cranium are all aligned to ensure a neutral spine. A final tip when completing the bent over single arm dumbbell row is that we must put our weight on the balls of our feet, which will enable us to be more effective and create a better hip hinge. There are many common mistakes people can make when completing the bent over single arm dumbbell row, and they can be seen in the video now. The mistake here is that one foot is placed in front of the other and the weight of the individual is in the heels. This makes it hard to bend the knees and causes an ineffective hip hinge. Furthermore, thoracic extension has not been created, which causes a rounded back, meaning the latissimus dorsi, rhomboids, and trapezius aren't being engaged. In addition to this, the grip is not a hammer curl grip, as the palms are not facing towards the torso, which means the right muscles are not being engaged, and this grip causes the shoulder joint to be used more when the purpose of the exercise is not to focus on the deltoids. Therefore, this could cause an injury. Position of our hand is very important as well, as within the video, the individual's hand is not flat on the bench, and this means the individual does not have a stable base to lift the weight. Also, in the cervical spine, there are two joints, the atlantoaxial joint and the atlanto-occipital joint, and these must be aligned with your back, ensuring your eyes are looking down at the ground, otherwise it will break the kinetic chain. As we can see, the individual eventually lifts their eyes, causing the kinetic chain to be broken. The final error which can be seen in the video is the speed of the repetition, and this must be controlled to help prevent injury and engage the correct muscle groups. This is how the single arm dumbbell row should look.